ABHYUDAY tuition classes, class 10 English, unit 9, tune up O teens. Let's look at our pre-task activity. International sports persons undergo a lot of stress before a big match. Do you know how they keep calm before the starting of an important game? Read some of the facts. In order to keep themselves calm, some sports persons sleep till late and come out of their rooms just before the match, chat with team members or support staff but avoid discussion on the game, revise strategies for the game with the team members or the support staff, eat light food the previous night and also take light breakfast on the day of the game, wake up early and try to live a routine life by doing warm-up exercises and reading newspapers, listening to the music, etc. Avoid heavy workout but try to balance themselves with the help of yoga. Talk to their family members or close ones over phone. Go for a light walk and relax in nature by observing trees, plants, flowers or birds. Think and share how do you prepare yourself for the examination. Pre-task second, read the statements carefully, say how you feel before your during examination by putting a tick mark in appropriate box like 1 is equal to always, 2 is equal to sometimes and 3 is equal to never. The first one is I don't get sound sleep during exams. Whenever I start preparing for the exam, other thoughts occupy my mind. I realize that I should read but get tempted to play or watch TV. Whenever I start reading, I feel hungry. I do not feel like eating anything during exam days. As I start reading, I feel sleepy. I cannot decide the best time for my studies. I don't like to sleep the previous night of the exam because I fear of forgetting whatever I have read. I prefer to read till the last minutes before the exam because I feel I have not prepared enough. I don't fear exams at all. I live a routine life. I feel free. I like to discuss what I read with my parents, family members or friends. I don't like to talk with anyone during the exams day. I dislike noise and music during the exam days. I like to be alone during the exam days. I believe in luck and always try to keep my lucky gadgets like pen, wristwatch, etc. with me while writing the exam. And the last but not least, I feel nervous if I lost my lucky gadgets during the exam. Now you can compare your responses with the other groups, read them in the class, and after that fill in your responses in the table. Like type of teenagers problem in this descending order of intensity. Tick if you have experienced it yourself. Tick if you haven't experienced it yourself but you know about such a problem, and tick if you don't know about such a problem. Like drugs, study pressure, pressure in relationship, constant need to look good, constant pressure to excel in all aspects of life, uncertainty about the future, drinking and smoking, depression, addition to the social network and eating disorder. Say how these people can be helpful to you in case you are suffering from any of the above stated problems like mother, teacher, brother, friend, father or neighbor. You can take help of your teacher to fill up this pre-task activity 1, 2, 3. Now read the deleted portion from your curriculum activity. Tune up O teens. Anchor. Good morning everybody. On behalf of Anand Vihar School, I, Anuj Bhatt, the coordinator of the Career and Counseling Cell, welcome you all this seminar. Bring out your best to counsel the students and their parents. We are happy to have with us on the panel Dr. Nasir Mansoori, a practicing clinical psychologist, Dr. Mrs. Shailat, a prominent educationist in Gujarat, Dr. Manju Shroff, a well-known dietitian, and Professor Ray Mackey, who is online from University of Edinburgh, would take your questions and solve your queries on study habits and preparing for the exams. May I request the principal of the school, Mr. Sudhir Shah, to introduce and welcome the guest. Mr. Shah, honorable dignitaries on the dais, parents and students, good morning to all present here. Though it's winter now, many parents and students might be perspiring with the thought of exams approaching in March. It is observed that unanswered questions of the students and expectation of the parents not only lead to stress but also create apathy and boredom for the studies. The purpose of this seminar is to guide parents and students and come out with possible do's and don'ts during studies and exams. I am indeed happy to welcome Dr. Nasir Mansoori, a practicing clinical psychologist from Vadodara. Dr. Mansoori has been associated with Lotus Group of Schools for 13 years and helps hundreds of students and parents every year. Dr. Mrs. Shailat is an eminent educationist, author and teacher trainer, and we are indeed fortunate to have her as one of the academic advisors to our school. It's truly said that special activities demand special food habits, and there is a growing concern over what we eat these days. Many of you would doubt what food habit has to do with the study habits and performance in the exams. You will come to know some interesting facts while interacting with Dr. Manju Shroff, a well-known dietitian. In today's globalized world, distance is hardly a barrier in communication. We have Professor Ray Mackey, online from University of Edinburgh, who may bring in his international experience working with students and parents. I welcome you all, and without any further delay, I now invite students and parents to raise their questions. A boy. Hello sir, I am Bharat from Standard 10. My question is to Dr. Mansoori. I read almost 6 hours a day. In spite of this, I hardly remember anything at the end of the day. Even my mom gives me brain tonic regularly, but how can I improve my retention? Dr. Mansoori. Bharat, though you have raised this question, you are not the only one who faces this problem. I am sure there are many here who might be having the same question. Tell me, how many of you have the same question? Many hands go up. Alright, have you heard of the Chinese proverb? I hear and I forgot. I see and I remember. And I do and I understand. Bharat, I don't understand that. Just tell me, what should I do so that I don't forget? Dr. Mansoori, see, there is no fixed method of improving retention. However, you need to identify the way in which you learn. Let me clarify it. There are different learning styles. You learn by listening, writing, drawing flowchart and diagrams, by discussing, by reflective thinking, and so on. You need to identify which style suits you the best for different subjects. For example, to write an essay, you brainstorm ideas and create a web. followed by arranging the ideas logically and constructing meaningful sentences. By doing so, you are adopting more than one style of learning that helps to remember for longer duration. That will help you in improving retention. And Bharat, now stop taking brain tonics. They simply do not work anyway. Bharat, wow, that sounds great. I wasn't aware of it. Thank you, sir. A lady. Hello, Dr. Mrs. Shailat. I am Mrs. Viraj Trivedi and my son Shalin is in standard 9. He spends too much time in playing games and watching TV, and because of that his study suffers. What would you advise him at this juncture? Dr. Mrs. Shailat, is your son present here? Mrs. Trivedi points to her son sitting next to her. Well, it's quite normal at this age for students to get tempted to play and watch TV. However, there should be a time limit for the same. What I personally feel is totally avoidance of games and TV is not the solution. In fact, that is cruel and unnatural. Rather, parents should make sure that there is a balance between study and play hours. Games, music, and entertainment are quite essential for physical and mental health. They help reduce stress. A lady. Hello everyone, I am Mrs. Suhani Mehta. I am not sure whom to ask this question. I am facing a different problem. My daughter seems to be enjoying her studies but hardly shares anything on what happens at school and her studies. As a parent, we try to ask her so many times, but she avoids discussing the school at home. Anuj, I think we should consult Dr. Mackey as he must have faced similar questions from British parents back home. Dr. Mackey, thank you, Anuj. Dr. Mackey, thank you, Anuj. I hope I am audible over there. And yes, I like this question. If sharing is missing, both children and parents are responsible. Sharing is the glue that binds a family together. Generally, adolescents at this age find it uncomfortable to share all details related to their lives. As parent, we must consider this and decide our response to their sharing. Our negative response and reaching discourage children. However, children must read the intention of parents. Not sharing anything may lead to serious problem. Anuj, thank you Dr. Mackey for your valuable time. Dr. Mackey, it's always a pleasure to interact with students and parents. Anuj, my best wishes to the students have a bright future ahead. Anuj, next question from the students now. Student first. So, maybe I am feeling hungry right now because my parents don't allow me to eat what I enjoy. Anuj, I think this question is obviously for the dietitian. Dear, can you tell us what you enjoy eating most and tell your name also? Students, my name is Priyanshi and oh, madam, I love pizza with double cheese. Die for dabeli with butter or cheese. Dream for burger. My favorite pastime is to crunchy wafers with cold drinks, but my mom serves me hospital khana. Is there any relation between studies and the food I eat? I really wonder. Dr. Shroff, Priyanshi, you look really foodie. I like your spontaneity. Dear, yes, there is a direct relationship between the food you eat and activities of your brain via metabolism. Heavy food directs the blood flow to the digestive system, resulting into slowing down of the brain activity. You must have felt sleepy, lazy or drowsy after eating heavy meals. Doesn't this affect your studies? Ultimately, you require an active brain for studies. Rather than going for fatty foods, prefer to take light and easy to digest food with enough of soup, juice, dal, milk, chas, lassi, etc. Eat raw vegetables and fruits a lot. Do not overeat. It's not good for health in the long run. Remember, the student who eats light becomes bright. Student 2. Hello, Dr. Mansoori sir. I am Kandarp. I read somewhere, tune up yourself for the board exams. Could you explain what it means? Dr. Mansoori. Dear, you seem to be in 10th or 12th. Tune up refers to preparing your mind and body for a particular task. When it comes to tune up for examination, you need to know how your body and mind work in harmony. You should identify your strengths and weaknesses. In the first place, observe yourself for a week or two. Always remember that your strengths are your assets and do not think much about your weaknesses. It's your strengths that will help you cope the exams. Secondly, your body and mind are tuned up to the school timetable before you receive board exam schedule. Once you receive the board exam schedule, prepare a new timetable based on your energy level. Identify the best time when your energy level is high. Try to match it with the time slot of examination. It is important to relax to tune up your body and mind. You may follow simple relaxation techniques like pranayam, yogasan, stretching, listening to light melodious music, taking a walk of about 10 to 50 minutes at a suitable time, or having a cup of green tea. You can even spare some time for talking to your friends or parents. Maintain a cheerful mood and don't work in frenzy. Wish you all the best. Anuj. Students, did you enjoy the program? A big round of applause from the audience, and this tells all. I think it's time to conclude our program. It's impossible to express our gratitude in words. However, I am indeed thankful to all the guests who made it convenient to spare time from their busy schedule. I am sure that not only students but also parents gain a lot. Hoped we all remember the tips given by the experts and follow them as much as we can. Best wishes to all. Here are some glossaries. On behalf of means as a representative of. Counseling means advising someone. Psychologist means manovigyanik. Prominent means well known. Dietitian means a person whose job is to advise people about what to eat for a good health. Query means question. Dignitaries means persons who have important positions. Dais means a platform or stage. Charis means feel attraction for. Approach means draw closer. Perspiring means persevere object thatu. Apathy means insensitivity, samanubhuti. Boredom means kantalo. Stress, a state of mental tension. Associate means to be gather or connected with. Eminent means successful or well known. Academic means of education. Interact means to talk with other people. Communication means pratyayan. Retention means an ability to retain things in mind. Proverb means saying, kehwat. Flowchart means chart that shows step by step progress. Reflective means thinking carefully about something. Logically means thinking and reasoning. Brainstorm means group creativity techniques to solve a problem. Adopt means begin to use, means method. Sound means seems. Suffer means become worse because of something. Juncture means important point in a process or activity. Get tempted means to be attracted to do wrong, athva to lalchavu. Audible means able to be heard. Adolescence means teens. Preaching means speaking in an annoying way about the right way to behave. Intention means purpose or aim. Irrespective means without thinking to something else. Trifle means something that has not much value. Ease means comfort of body or mind. Obvious means easy to see or notice. Die for means to curve intensely. Crunchy means making loud sound when chewed. Metabolism means the process of digestion. Spontaneity it means swayamspurna. Drowsy means tired and ready to fall asleep. Ultimately means at last. Starve means suffer or die from lack of food. Raw means not cooked. Prefer means to like more. Harmony means pleasing or combination of different things. Asset means valuable person. Cop up means to deal with. Schedule means timetable. Stretching means pulling arms, legs, etc. Frenzy means temporary madness. Applause means tali ono gadgadat. Conclude means to finish. Gratitude means feeling of thanks. Tip means advice. Melodious means making a pleasant musical sound means karnapriya. After reading this portion, I feel as a student, how do you feel when your exam approaches? Do you always discuss your problem in studies with your parents? Do they help you in overcoming the problems? What do your parents expect from you? How will you try to fulfill their expectations? How do you feel whenever your teachers motivate you in the class? Which suggestions of the counselors did you like? Underline them. Have you ever felt depressed during the exams? Or who has supported you in such situations? How? Answer this question as much as possible with your function like describing person and places as shown in index, and try to remember all the grammatical points, all the essential spellings, and read the portion very carefully. Thank you.